So we're going to keep this moving. I'm very, very pleased to bring on this beautiful lady. Her name is Adrienne Slater. She is an advertising sales manager for the Easy Reader, Peninsula People, and she's a absolute smiling example of a two-time cancer survivor. She has a very inspiring story to tell you, and I'll ask her to come out and share that with you. Give her a round of applause.
Judith, I want to tell you I was pre-med, so I almost would have been a Dr. Slaughter. So back then, Slater might have been a better last name for me to have. But I changed majors. I'm not a Dr. Slaughter, I promise. Good evening. I look out there, and the first thing I think to say is wow. And I will say I love acronyms. So that WOW, I think we can say stands for a lot of things, but how about wonderful, outstanding, and we'll win? And when I say we'll win, I'm talking about the battle against cancer. I'd like us first to all thank the wellness community for putting this wonderful event on 3 nights in a row, the 8th year in a row. Here's to the wellness community. And what a wonderful purpose they have in many people's lives. They offer so many wonderful support groups, really help so many cancer patients of all types and their families. The wellness community is a wonderful, wonderful addition to our world here in the South Bay and all of Southern California. I see tonight as a night of celebration. Let's all look at purchasing these wonderful watches. This is one from last year. I know they have 2 new designs this year. I believe they're only $50 each, and they're beautiful. So let's definitely take a look at the wonderful watches they have. Again, that's helping the wellness community. I'd like to start off by sharing a little bit about a girl I know. When she was 14 years old, she was a tournament tennis player, ranked in the state of Georgia, predicted to go on to be professional in a few years, and even was predicted to be top 10 in the South the next year. Well, in her first tennis match at her school, 9th grade, she had a pain in her right knee. 2 weeks later, she's in surgery, and all of a sudden, her right leg is being amputated because of osteosarcoma, childhood bone cancer. Well, that young girl went on to have 2 weeks of radiation therapy to her lungs, and then 6 months of chemotherapy. Well, that young girl, if you haven't figured it out, is Adrienne Slaughter. And here I stand 29 years later, cured of the osteosarcoma, and just a little over a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, they're back. I lost them, but they came back. Thanks to the Little Company of Mary. They're a wonderful hospital. And I still, thinking back on my 2 surgeries I've had over the past year, I think of the Little Company of Mary as more of a hotel. It was the nicest hospital. I hate to say I've been in a few hospitals, but it was a phenomenal experience. 16 hours of surgery. And then my second surgery was a little less than 5 hours, but I was cared for by the most wonderful individuals, nurses that became my friends, and even one nurse that during the Labor Day fiesta went and bought one of those delicious grilled corns and put it in the refrigerator to bring to me in the hospital because, while everyone's having fun Labor Day, I'm in the spanking hospital, but it's all right. She bought one of those for me, and then her spanking son ate it. So I didn't get the darn corn on the cob, but she was thinking about me, and that's just how wonderful all the nurses and everyone is at the Little Company of Mary. Yay! Phenomenal. Celebrate is a big word, and I think it's the word of tonight. And when I say celebrate, I think of a lot of acronyms. Like I said, I do like acronyms. And let's think of the celebrate word. C, the first letter, for cure. Let's do our damnedest and find a cure to cancer. E, the second letter, that's a very important E, because that stands for early detection. And we found breast cancer in me after my very first mammogram. So early detection is so important, everyone. I know you know that, but make sure you get your mammograms at least once a year, and make sure your friends do that also, because I might not be standing here right now if it wasn't for that mammogram and the ability for us to catch my breast cancer so early. L is the third letter, and that stands for life. We have one life left. Let's live it to its fullest. And then the next E in celebrate is for each. And that stands for really each of us, unfortunately, has a big chance of getting breast cancer. I don't want to say a big chance, but we just all do have a chance. So get those mammograms. B stands for brave. And that's for you to be brave if you unfortunately have to go through any cancer experience, but also to remind you to be brave for your friends and your family members that might be experiencing it. R is for reach out. If you are going through a tough time, reach out to your friends. And if you have friends that are going through a tough time or experiencing cancer, don't forget to reach out to them, because they really need you. A is for attitude. Keep that attitude positive, because positive attitudes are very contagious. And I'd say that's a wonderful thing to be contagious. And then T is for true. True friends really come out when you're going through the experience of cancer. Mary Jane Shanehider, who is the publisher of the Peninsula People magazine with the Easy Reader newspapers, couldn't be here tonight, but I tell you what, she drove me to the Little Company of Mary at 5 a.m. back a little over a year ago. She took me back in March for my second surgery, and wow, what a true friend she really is. And I'm so blessed to have many true friends right here that I work with, Connie Roderick, and I appreciate all of your support. Y'all have been wonderful for me. Last but not least is the last letter of the acronym for Celebrate, and that's E. It's another E. And we'll say capital E again for early detection. That's so important, everyone. So let's all celebrate tonight. And while I'm up here, I know there are usually comedians or magicians up here. Is that correct? Well, I have a little magic trick I'm going to put on for you real quickly. Just a few days ago, I received a new prosthesis, and it does something kind of magical I just want to share with you guys. So hold on one second. I'll tell you what's magical about it is that if I ever step in, excuse my French, dog poop or bird crap, there you go, I can get it off my shoe a little more easily. So see, you can always find something positive in anything that might be looked at as negative. Prostheses aren't so bad. Heck, I only have to shave one leg in the morning. Instead of you have to do two. Ha, ha, ha. Well, on that note, just want to thank again the wellness community and big time the Little Company of Mary. Like I said, I had 2 surgeries lasting about 20 hours, and that's a lot of time in a hospital. So let me read something to you. It's very special to me about the Little Company of Mary. It's actually a poem that I wrote at 11 o'clock, exactly a month after my 16-hour surgery, back on September 30th, 2009. I'm lying on my leather sofa, which was my bed, actually still is, it's so darn comfortable. And I looked at the moon that was up in the sky, just looking west out my window, and it hit me. I was in surgery exactly 30 days ago. At this time, I was in surgery. And wow, what a wonderful 30 days it had been. And so I started writing down, and some thoughts came to my mind. And so on that note, I'd like to read you the poem that I wrote back September 30th, 2009. And it's titled, because of LCM. Exactly 1 month ago, I was under the knife. Seems like yesterday I was given new life. Awakening with more after they took it away. Given one more reason to live every day to its fullest, to its utmost, till I'm exhausted from life's high. Thanks, doctors, thanks, nurses, and all the friends by my side. Now I lay here with only one tube left, 3 others removed, as Dr. Newman thought best. He and Dr. Friedlander couldn't have had better, I must say, have brightened my smile to live another day, to its fullest, to the utmost, till I'm exhausted from life's high. Thanks, doctors, thanks, nurses, and all the friends by my side. 16-hour surgery, but who would have known? Seeing me here, even in ICU, you couldn't even tell on the phone. Thanks to the little company of Mary, my recovery's been big. Feeling stronger, living longer, because of LCM. Here's to LCM and the wellness community. Thank you all very much.